Don't say you're on the run to the other side, my love.
Hey guys, we are at the Bigfoot Festival in Mount Hood Village. We're gonna take you guys with us. I'm hoping to meet some cool people. I heard that there's gonna be a lot of people from the Travel Channel, Animal Planet, people who have been on Ghost Adventures, things like that. So I want to see if we can like talk to them, because that would be sick.
I can just say whatever I want. Like,
Yeah.
Balls.
Why would you say that? Okay. I'm gonna go grab a tarot card thingy. Because she got one and it was really cool.
My business is Greenwich by Selena LLC. And yeah, just my favorite thing. One of the really cool ones has already gone, but one of my favorite things to make is definitely the moss mirrors. Moss from my backyard and stones that me and my friends have tumbled, and different flowers from my garden.
That is so awesome.
And it also lights up a little bit too.
That's so cute. This is like right up my alley. I love like witchy stuff. That's my thing.
Yeah, all the plants I use I either forage for, get from my friends' gardens, and most of the stones my friends and I have dug up and tumbled as well. Got the 9 of Cups and the 5 of Swords. These cards are gorgeous, by the way.
Right?
So too. They're really cute little fairy ones.
We both got a cups and a swords.
The 9 of Cups is the cups are all like just these like representations of having different things in our lives, like abundance of things that we can pay attention to. So it's still kind of like related to that card that you had pulled as well, but this one is more focused on like actual like relationship stuff.
Oh no. Oh my god, that's so crazy. I would do tarot cards, so it shouldn't be shocking to me if something comes out right, you know? See you later. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay, same. Me for real.
That smells so
That's
good.
what my feet look like.
That's what your feet look like. Around young men,
Who knows what my feet look like? I don't gotta worry.
Thank you so much. I'm gonna go eat.
Thank you. It. The guy looking at you, now you ruined it.
Trust, we're good.
Oh, look at her foot thing. I love her outfit. She's so pretty. That's so cute.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm Cliff Barrickman. If I look vaguely familiar, it's probably because I was one of the hosts of Animal Planet's Finding Bigfoot for 9 years. I'm the owner and operator of the North American Bigfoot Center in Boring, Oregon. It's a Bigfoot museum. Our efforts are going into educating the public about Sasquatches, that they're perfectly normal animals and they're actually just here, like bears and elk and all the other wildlife is. We're also doing a lot of field research, and we're also working really hard to archive historical collections before they end up in the dumpster. I think that's very, very important work because Sasquatches are real animals, and this like prolonged discovery process that we're currently enduring is going to be of great historical interest someday. So, you know, we've got a gift shop. I'm selling some stuff here for the gift shop. It keeps the doors open. But the focus is, of course, on the history, the research, and the education surrounding the subject, and the science, really. We're trying to push the ball a little further down the field. That's what we do.
I am Michael Freeman. I'm the son of Paul Freeman, who is considered one of the pioneer researchers in the Bigfoot phenomena.
How long have you been like into this stuff for?
Well, I was kind of raised in it, and from the time I was 5 years old is when my father had his first encounter. He was working for the Forest Service, and he became obsessed with proving they were real and trying to find out what they were. And being a 5-year-old child, I was dragged along with it. So I guess you could say 42 years I've been involved in this. Well, most of these casts were cast by my father. They're from the Blue Mountains from the 80s and the 90s, so just outside of Walla Walla, Washington.
What kind of stuff is in here? Just like encounters or?
Well, it's kind of the story of like his life and how he got involved and how that progressed. But one of the cool things about my book is there are scannable QR codes in it. And there's 2.5 hours of video footage that you can watch directly from the book on your phone or on your tablet. And there's 2.5 hours of audio interviews that you can listen to that way as well.
What piece of advice would you have for people trying to get into this kind of field?
I would say research.
Yeah?
Make yourself knowledgeable with past and current research. Pick a spot that's not far from your home, that you know that's safe.
Yeah.
And be prepared for anything. Remember that, you know, if you're going out, especially by yourself, let somebody know where you're going. Be prepared for being outdoors in the wilderness. And one of the most important things is, even if you don't find anything, such as like footprints, be prepared in case you do. So always carry water with you, plaster of Paris, a camera, and document everything, even if you're not sure what it is.
Which one's your favorite?
Well, I think this is probably the most important that's on the table, and that cast comes from what's known as the Freeman footage, which is the video footage that my father captured in 1992. That's the footprint of that animal. But my personal favorite is a particular individual that was named Wrinklefoot, which are these two casts here. And these are from 1984. And she, we'll say she, because it is presumed that it's probably an older female, was named Wrinklefoot by Dr. Grover Krantz because she has these very strange and distinctive wrinkling patterns on the soles of her feet. And we're not quite sure why, but it's possible that she may have suffered some sort of injury. She's really nice because she shows us great toe splay and flexibility through her toes, which is something that would naturally happen if you did not wear shoes. So this is more of what a human's foot would look like, or it resembles more of a baby's foot, which is more spread out. They call it a Flintstone foot, like the cartoon. But when you wear shoes your entire life, your toes get compacted and close together, and they don't do this naturally when you're walking.
Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
So what would you like to know?
Favorite encounter, if you've had any.
Favorite encounter?
Yeah.
Also, they call them plasmoids now, or they call them relic neutrinos. So seeing these lights burst in the air and down at ground level. Maybe they were small at first, kind of like if you took a Zippo lighter and flashed it in the grass. Like a real quick little white light. Sometimes they were big. On one occasion we saw like one that was over 50 feet in diameter burst in front of a tree, and it stair-stepped down in front of us. And so that changed me forever, because we were in Bigfoot habitat. Here I have a tent moved 49 feet, stuck in a tree. I'm having stuff follow me in the middle of the day, and now I'm having these giant lights. And so fast forwarding from 2005 to 2018, I was invited to research this place in Cottage Grove. And without going through all the details, I can tell you that these are oily, greasy fingertips on the driver's side of the bed of a pickup truck. And at this moment, we are already kind of used to the fact that Sasquatch is coming to this ranch house. And so they're leaving these shiny little rocks and toys in the bed of the pickup truck. In this case, it's called a carnelian stone or a fire agate. Often found in riverbeds. And so they're throwing them in the pickup truck. But this time they grabbed the bungee cord and they ripped it and they threw it out into the driveway. And so they left behind these fingertips, and so here they are. We took sidewalk chalk and we used packing tape and a peacock feather, and we made our own forensic file.
That's
and
so
so
cool.
Here's me in comparison. Haunted bedroom, we took a black light to expose these white chalky handprints that were embedded into the door. So these are the actual fingerprints. That doesn't look like anybody I know. I mean, given the size and the gapping. But the weird thing is that this is in Cottage Grove 2018. These are from Dallas, Texas. Date unknown. This is from Brazil on somebody's abdomen. If you go through the list here, the similarities are there. The problem is that these are from people that have missing time and that have been taken.
Oh yeah.
So here's the crossovers. Is Bigfoot related to the paranormal? F yeah. Totally, 100%. Which one do we want to play? It's kind of a grab bag. That's probably a good one. That'll wake the kids up.
That's terrifying. Oh my god.
That's from the apple orchard behind the house. That's recorded where that print was found.
Oh my god. I would not be sleeping.
No?
It's so scary. scary.
But it's some disembodied voices too.
You recorded these yourself?
Yeah, over 1,400 hours worth.
Oh my god.
Here's a disembodied voice. This is from inside a locked garage. Is this going on YouTube?
Yes.
So here's our documentary, kids. The Flash of Beauty Bigfoot. Available at a YouTube channel near you. You can watch
Hell
our
yeah.
movie, check it out, and that's it.
This is beautiful. I normally don't eat sugar. I quit a while ago, but this is a special occasion, so it's fine. Yeah, it doesn't count. Plus I'm sharing it, so it really doesn't count.
You say I don't look like a YouTuber? What do you mean? I totally look like a YouTuber.
Bitch, what?
It's Martin when he's like,
Oh.
yeah. He's like, what do you mean? I totally look like a YouTuber.
I want to show off the thing that I got earlier. I forgot to show it. I think I might have showed it like when it was on the thing, but I didn't show that I actually got it. Yeah. Haul time. I don't get cinnamon and sugar on it. Look at that. That's so pretty. We got this book, Haunted Astoria, because I want to go there. I want to drag Abby there.
Yeah.
That would be sick. Okay.
Beautiful.
That's majestic.
I know.
It's a big
Also, your
thingy.
GoPro was recording for 10 minutes while it charged. Thank
Are you serious?
Hi, I'm Mike Leone. I'm from Portland, Oregon, and on September 28th, 2012, I saw a Sasquatch
If you're ever looking for something really fun,
a few miles from here, right near Riley Horse Camp.
we were there in Boring. Yeah, we did.
Oh my gosh.
I was camped at the time at a Honda Element, and I was sleeping in the
You were
back,
thinking I looked a lot like
and it was
Brad.
about 8:30 in the morning,
And that's why
and I
you
just woken
recognized
up,
me. I knew it.
and I was listening to the birds. It was a very peaceful, quiet morning. No one was out there.
I have that
All of a sudden, I heard the stellar jay squawking. It made me sit up. I caught movement to my left, and there was a Bigfoot like 30 feet away. I only saw it from the back, but it was walking away, and I watched it. Walked down the road for a few seconds, rounded the bend, and out of view. And it's clearly a Bigfoot, nothing else. After a few seconds of amazement, I grabbed my little camera at the time and I went after it, tried to film it, and it took off. It went into the woods. I searched around for tracks. I was in like sandals at the time. So after a few minutes of searching, I was walking back to my car to get my regular shoes on. And I heard this like rah 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 scream come deep from the woods.
Oh my gosh.
And I was guessing that the one I saw made it back to its mate or whatever. It was kind of getting reprimanded for being out. One thing I could tell you is Lost Creek is right there. And there, that last week of September, there's salmon right in the creek. You can literally go jump in and grab them. So I'm pretty sure that's what they were doing. And that's my one sighting encounter.
That is so cool. I'm so happy that you shared that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Big River Paranormal investigating at the Balch Hotel in Dufur, Oregon.
Oh wow.
And we were downstairs in the basement. Jason might have to remind me what Mariah had asked. One of our team members had asked a question, and we had the recorders running, right? And Mariah asked a question. Do you remember what it was she asked? And we heard a really clear little girl's voice say, "No!"
Oh my god.
It was a Class A EVP.
Yeah.
It's on our website, but it was so clear as day.
I have a creepy story from when I was younger.
Yeah, no, those
Before
are the
this,
best.
Unassociated with them, my friends and I went to an abandoned insane asylum, and
That's so
it was
cool.
really cool. So my friend and I stupidly went there alone the next day, just two teenage girls.
Oh my gosh.
And it was daytime, but it was so foggy that it was pretty much dark. And
That's
so
cool.
we go and we're walking in the basement area. So like the windows are up high and that's the ground level on the pavement. And so we're walking through and there's just stuff everywhere. It's crunchy. And I'm like, oh, an autopsy table. And we're looking. And I'm like, Megan, wait, stop walking. I And she's like, I look around and she's standing still and she's just pale. You can hear something on the paint chips or
Crackling, like
something. It was
crackling
steps. We don't know if it was
horrible.
somebody else in there or not. I don't know. But all I knew is I can run and jump through a window. And I turned around. I'm like, come here. She's still standing like this. I was more scared it was another human than anything. But
you unlocked a new skill that night, like
I
parkour.
did. I did.
You want to see something cool?
Yes.
So
Always want to see
my
something.
daughter, who is 26 now, this is her with our dog we had when she was a baby.
Aww.
And my brother, who also is interested in paranormal investigation, was doing an investigation at a cemetery, and they were going through the pictures afterwards, and it was him and Clyde Lewis, a radio host, and they found that his dog that had passed away had gone with him. And that was really my oh shit moment. Like, this may actually be the afterlife, maybe legit.
Yeah.
So
oh my
you
gosh.
see the dog there,
Oh, yeah.
and then there he is.
Oh, my
looking.
God.
Even like the eye sockets and everything.
Right.
That's crazy.
It was really trippy. So that was my moment where it was like, there's something to this.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Something.
So that was cool.
That's awesome. Thank you guys so much.
Hello everyone, my name's Jeff Davis. I research, write, and publish books on the paranormal. Because my background is in history and archaeology, that's trying what I bring out. The ghost isn't as interesting as why is somebody sticking around as a ghost. And I love the Pacific Northwest, which is where I was born, and I want to be able to say I visited as many of these places as possible, so I try not to write ghost stories from Newark, New Jersey, as nice as it is. And so I focus on the Northwest. So I have a couple of books that are collected stories from all across the Northwest. But I have city guides too. I have a guide to Astoria, Portland, and Vancouver, Washington. And I actually designed ghost walks there at one time. So with my books, you could get a map and find a lot of these places. Most recently, my favorite project is usually my most recent one. I wrote and updated a haunted tour guide to the Pacific Northwest. It's my first ebook, and there are over 200 haunted locations across Northwest that are public places. Hotels, motels, restaurants, bars, even a couple haunted street corners that are public places that you can visit. So if you're curious, look me up. Because it's an ebook, it has hyperlinks in it, so if you're tied to the internet, you can open websites, and if you're much more savvy than me, you can make internet phone calls too. I'm really proud of the fact that I've been on a number of these, some people used to call them reality shows, but now it's non-scripted shows. And so I was in 2 episodes of Ghost Adventures, and that was part of 4-parter. It was called Graveyard of the Pacific, which was filmed at the Oregon-Washington coast. And so what I found remarkable about Zach is his versatility. It'll sound like I'm not getting paid for this, even if it sounds like it. No, when we were there setting up the first location, he was wanting to get what's called establishing shots. So he's outside the building, and he was there with the video camera, and I heard him call for different lenses and a ratcheting device, and so he's the one responsible for these views and these angles. And very professional about that, and so I was tremendously impressed about that. Almost secondary to the paranormal investigating, just because how careful he was and how professional. And so I admire him for that. Now this is going back to make me be really, really old. There was a musical group in England called Queen.
Oh yeah, I'm aware of that one.
I love that. I'm aware of that. Their lead guitarist was a guy named Brian May. He's actually Dr. Brian May, the astrophysicist, as well as mean on his axe.
Wow.
And he just got interested in stereo photography, and so he actually redesigned stereo glasses. And he's kind of funded this whole trying to establish a modern movement in stereo photography.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
No, that is so cool. Could you open it again?
Yeah. Like I said, you can set it for like old school side-by-side still images, or you can set it for the 3D video and stills, in which case you saw on the back how looking through the proper LED, it will look three-dimensional. I was in 2 of the episodes, Cape Disappointment, Lighthouse Keepers Cottages. They're both rental units. And so that was where they filmed some of the episodes. And down over at Fort Stevens, of course, there's more than the Watchmen. There's more than all like an urban legend. So if you get curious, download the episodes, watch them, contact me, and see if I can't put you in touch with some of those people.
That would be so amazing.
Yeah, and of course, if they have time, I'm sure they'll welcome the contact. But
that would be so cool.
Also, want to add Story. There's a team called Ghost Story. They do a lot of stuff out there with the butcher shop and stuff. So they have a Facebook page. Contact them. Signe and Natalie. They're cool. They got a lot of information out there too.
Yeah, the Norblad used to welcome ghost hunters, and they have a couple haunted rooms, and a lot more haunted places there. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you. Beautiful. We're splitting this. They come out more beautiful every time. Squishy, let me look at the toes on yours.
Oh, you got it good.
That's what my feet look like. Can't believe she heard me. That's horrible.
I don't know what you want. Let's have a bit